Well, I'm going to carve a practice ball and claw now on the leg. So this is a photograph of the Newport foot. I don't recall whether this was the Townsend or the Goddard. There's slight differences between the two, but that's about the size that we're going to end up with here. And so these are the three that plaster casts that I have for it. This is the first ball and claw that I did. It's on the Bombay chest, and it's a Boston leg and foot, and you can see that the one toe is swept back slightly, so that is common to the Boston feet. This one is the one I carve most often, and that's a Philadelphia ball and claw foot. The casting is from Mary May. I don't remember where I got that casting from. And then this casting I just got from Alan Breed, and it's missing a toe, but it'll work just fine the way it is. But this is a Goddard foot that he sells or supplies, and so I'm going to use this one as the model. So I started with this template here, which I made, which has the three knuckles in it, but just barely. And to start the thing off, you trace two circles on the bottom and then draw lines 1/4 inches from either side of that to indicate where the toes are going to be, and then you carve a cylinder and then start to round the thing over. The top on the this one comes to a point, as opposed to the Philadelphia foot. You can see here there's a point there and a point there on the front, which corresponds to these 2 points. The back is somewhat rounded, and I don't know if I got enough material on this, left enough material on here to make that or not, but we're going to find out. That's why we do practice ones. So I'm going to start carving, and I'll do a few videos as I make progress along it. So the first thing to do was to make the cylinder, and so that's what we did here, is made it round around the you can see I changed my mind on the height there. We'll see how that works out. But so that's the first step, and then the second step is then to round it over to the second line there and to start the bottom curve. But we've got to find the center of the ball, so that'll be the next step. So what I've done so far is started to work on the top of the ball here, this one, and I've got a little piece of wire here that I've bent over to match the curve of the casting, and then I put it into my one that I'm working on here, and it's just about there. So I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, that's what I'm using to match the curves. A piece of string. This is a piece of soft wire, and so it's coming along. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. So we'll move to the next one now and see if I can match it. Well, we're working on it again, and it's coming along. I've got 3 sides of it here, This one is not too well curved. This is a little better curve. And well, this one is coming along too. And so I'm on the last side here, curving over the top of the ball. And it goes real deep in here. Eventually, you actually can drill through there and make a hole. So I've got the lower part to do here, and then to work on the talons. Well, I'm pretty much done with the ball all the way around, and so now I've marked out the knuckles on the talons here, and I'm going to start to carve those in. So I'll get back to you when we have a little bit of that done. So I'm starting to shape the rear talon. I figured that was a good place to start. So here's the shape. So I've got, you know, of course the undercutting we'll do last, but I got to get it to the correct width, and the length I've measured, so it should be about the same, but we're on our way. Second talon, so I've got about 2 sides done here, and I had to bring the ball down quite a bit here so that it looked like it's continuous with the ball on the side. So now for the front talon. Well, at this point I've got the basic shape done. I have not undercut the talons yet, and we have the shaping to do up here at the neck, but otherwise, so at this point we're going to be doing more refinements to it. These need to come to a sharp point. Here, of course, the leg needs to be defined, but all in all, it's starting to look like a bit like a Newport foot. So this is the end of part 1. So then I'll start a second video then on the refinement.